My snowboarding is a battle, a constant test for life. Things that come too easily are simply not interesting to me. It's now been already 20 years of snowboarding, 20 years of discovering myself, discovering the world, discovering the mountains, discovering my limits. 20 years of a quest that has made my life amazing, but that has also so many times been really close to take it away from me. 20 years of snowboarding that have slowly led me to where I am today. My snowboarding is a constant battle between the good and bad voices in my head. One that reminds me of all these incredible sessions, and the other one which tells me this could be my last. I think a lot of people see what I'm doing as really crazy and unreachable. So maybe for some people it inspires them because I live the things that they wouldn't want to be living. But maybe some other people just think I'm ridiculous and they watch it, you know, like just saying, oh, he's gonna kill himself anyways. Living the dream has a price, and that's listening to the voice that keeps me alive. That voice that makes me think of the feeling of falling down some cliff. That makes me wish for bad weather. That voice that makes me imagine how it would be to fall into a crevasse or to suffocate under the snow. That makes me think of all those that haven't been as lucky as I have, gone before their time, taken by the mountains we love so much. That voice that reminds me of all the comments that I get to hear from people. How crazy I am. All these comments that remind me of Mila, my 6-year-old daughter, and how I shouldn't be taking so many risks anymore. All these comments that tell me that I should be moving to a more normal life before it's too late. But what's a normal life? I've never really had one. This war between the voices in my head is perhaps what gives me the inspiration. The inspiration that takes me to new places. Plan to go on that Mooney hill up there, which looks super close, but which is not. And so we're gonna walk through the woods first, cross a valley, and then get up there. Then we're gonna find these holes. It's all about the search for the hole.
Il existe en fait des trous, des showrooms en fait qui traversent les montagnes en fait, qui sont percés et où le vent met de la neige à l'intérieur.
It's supposed to be like 3-4 hours till the base of the couloirs, and then we're gonna maybe try to find a spot to sleep down there.
Donc c'est comme des trous de spéléo et en fait la roche est très calcaire, karstique et en fait les voûtes arrivent au bout d'un moment à s'écrouler et ça fait des ouvertures à travers la roche qui permettent de passer à l'intérieur.
It's not just about riding, about looking for the right spot to shoot. It's more about finding the combination between the best riding and the best imagery.
It's always good, I think, to do something different that makes you able to improve your snowboarding.
Instead of going across the world, our exotic trip of the year was to go in the south of France to look for these caves that we've heard of. It's unbelievable. It's like plus 20 outside and the snow is still cold here. Like, it's so hard to believe that everything has been filled up by the wind. Every noise, every little sign in the snow, in the skies, in the air, remind me that I know how to do this. Everything is becoming clearer and more familiar. And I finally start to feel like I belong here. Very much like this feeling we all have when we walk. We don't think of falling. It's as natural as that for me when I'm riding. Once I've dropped in, I see the way, and all that negative interference in my head vanishes. Every decision becomes simple. I can feel every turn, every bump, every drop. It seems like I'm in a dream. I feel alive. What we do is the combination of all the experience we've had in our lives. All the climbing, all the snowboarding, everything comes together at one point. And Sam, for example, has been a mountaineer his whole life. He's just so at ease in the mountain, in the ice. And that's something you can't learn from one day to the other. It's definitely nice sometimes to get someone that inspires you.
With Xavier, it's working really well together. We don't need to speak too much. We fly up to a zone, we scope the lines, and it's always rotating really fluid, and that's why we get shots in half a day. Took the helicopter at 8, and we were back having a pizza at 12 o'clock in Zermatt.
Snowboarding is a tool of power before everything else, I think. Just taking a piece of wood, seeing a mountain and just slide down on the most natural way. All it takes is one idea and you realize that there's so much to discover still and so many ways to approach the mountain, so many ways to ride, so many terrains to ride in the world that, as long as I'll be motivated, there will be stuff to do.
Chances of being born are so slim, so keep warm, and take some heart in being born and quite so young. You can learn to talk and learn to walk in your own time. You're so take heart in being born and making plans that you can't keep, that you've outgrown. You've taken this too far, now take me home. There's nothing to eat and there's nowhere to sleep in these four walls.
Every time it's the same. That battle between the good and bad voice. Every time that same fight between my brain and my feelings. And every time I'll have that precious certainty that snowboarding is my reason to leave.
Sometimes it doesn't make sense what I think or whatever.
What does your dad do?
Snowboarding.
Is he a good snowboarder or is he rubbish?
Rubbish. I'm crazy like my dad. Yeah.
Okay, so how does it work? I sit on the chair here. Guida, you sit down here. And we fly the door open. And this is kind of the position we're filming. To make it a little bit safer. Yo, look that! There you go.
Il fait des sauts, il saute des falaises, des trucs comme ça.
Il saute des maisons. Il saute, saute des cliffs.
How steep is this slope?
About 3 degrees.
Eh?
Man, it's scary.